Hey YouTubers, happy Homebrew Wednesday. So I told you guys in my last time when I made some root beer that I would be sampling this for you guys. So let's start off with that. So here it is here. Now, it's not super carbonated by any means. So it's still sitting in the keg carbonating, but let me give it a try. But you know what? If I had to rate this as far as root beer goes, out of 10, I would probably rate it right around a 7 to an 8. So I'm very happy with it. So if you guys didn't see before, I just used this. So, and all I did was I took my 7.5 gallon brew pots. I put 2.5 gallons of water in there. I brought that to a boil. I took it off heat. I then whisked in, I whisked in pretty vigorously 3 pounds of sugar, just regular table sugar. Once I was pretty confident all that was dissolved, I kept whisking it pretty hard, and then I dumped in the concentrate, and then I actually put some of the hot water in the bottle a couple times just to rinse it out. I made sure all that was nice and mixed in. I then dumped in about a gallon of cold water into my keg, and then I dumped the 2.5 gallons or so of mix into my keg, and then I topped that off with the rest of the water I had. So that's all there was to it. Very easy to do, and this is very good. So I have some other things to get into. I just bought some grain today, finally. So that means after, I don't know how long it's been. It might be 2 months now. I'm not brewing any beer. I'm going to finally be brewing some hopefully in the next week. And then I got my competition scores back that I'll share with you guys. First, so I'm going to hop over to some quick beer mail, and then I will be back with you guys. Alright, here I got some beer mail today, which I'm pretty excited, and what a nice note to put in here too. So, hey man, I hope these brews find you well. Also hope you enjoy. Meant to be drank sooner rather than later. Cheers, Chester. I mean, that is so cool. I'd mentioned I was out of Homebrew, and he went ahead and sent me some, so that is just awesome. Very cool note too. Appreciate it. So, let's dig into this a second. Go ahead and cut this open, and then we'll see what's in here. Alright, I didn't want to bore you guys with all the unpacking, but here you go. There's 6, and 3 nice little bombers there. So, we have a Butchie Smooth Light. Sounds like a nice session beer. We'll have to see what kind that is. A Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale. I gotta be honest with you, I never tried something like that before, so that'll be interesting. Then we get into some more that I'm really excited to try out. Vanilla Porter. I mean, I love me a good porter or a stout. So this is Vanilla Porter Kraken Oak, it's called. Then we have a Butchie Black IPA. I've only ever had one black IPA before, and I definitely enjoyed that. So then we have a Morning Stout. I absolutely love stout, so excited about that one. And last but not least, and you gotta love the name, Busted Nut Brown Fat Tire Clone. So I definitely enjoy Fat Tire. Both my wife and I enjoy that, so maybe I'll let her sample some of that too. But once again, I really appreciate this, man. I couldn't tell you how much I appreciate this. That is absolutely awesome. I'll make sure that let me hold the camera straight. I'll make sure I sample these on camera give you an honest review. I'll put these in my refrigerator right now. It's Friday. And then I'll let them sit in the fridge for a couple days before I crack one open and see how they taste. But I really do appreciate that. And once again, Chester, that is just absolutely phenomenal. You did this for me, and trust me, when I brew some beer soon, I will definitely return the favor. Thanks. All right, so as you guys saw, I got some beer mail from Chester. And Chester, you're gonna have to let me know, whether you want me to give out your YouTube name or not. But I thought, I got my little chef guy here. I thought I'd go ahead and crack one open. I just was outside blowing out my sprinklers because, it's getting to be wintertime here in Michigan. So I thought I would try the morning stout. So let's give this a crack. Got that the right way. Right, we got a nice little hiss. Let's give this a smell. Alright. Let's give this a pour. Ooh, interesting. Oh, there we go. Alright. See, when I first started pouring this, it doesn't look too black coming out of the bottle. But looks kind of brown to me, so yeah, maybe that is, maybe the morning stout is more like that, but it's got real nice carbonation. You can see the bubbles coming up. Got a nice head on it, probably a half finger. Do that more on camera, maybe a half finger, but then again, I didn't pour it too hard, so. Alright, let me see what I smell on this. I can definitely smell, I don't know if you had any chocolate malt in there or not, but seems like I can smell a little bit. Definitely smells good. So let's give this a try. Let's see. Well, that's definitely a good beer, Chester. Like I said, it has good carbonation. You can see it's got pretty nice lacing on it. Let me see if I can swirl this around a little bit. I can't really, I can't get a lot of smell off this. But again, I don't want to majorly critique these because this is definitely a pretty good beer. And Chester was just being super nice by sending me some of these because he knew I was out of homebrew. I can't put my finger on what that smell is. And maybe it's the yeast. Yeah, maybe you'll have to share your recipe with me a little bit just to let me know what you use, whether you use English ale, Irish ale, or some other kind of yeast. And I'd be curious I gotta be honest with you, I don't really know what a morning stout is. Maybe that's just the ABV being lower. I'm not sure. I've made my own chocolate oatmeal stout. So, definitely an excellent beer, though. Again, I've already rambled on for over 3 minutes on this, so thank you again, Chester. I'll make sure I drink another one of these on Wednesday when I do my Homebrew Wednesday. And maybe you can share a little bit on what some of the ingredients on this are. I'd be interested to compare it to my stout. So, again, thanks again. Okay, so you guys just saw I got that beer mail, and again, it was so nice of Chester to do that for me. So, I've got another one here, which is his Vanilla Porter Oat Kraken. So, let's give this one a try. He sent me definitely some cool beers that I like. Get this a pour for you guys. We'll try not to spend too much time on this. Alright. this a smell. Alrighty. Oh, I got some on my nose. I'll let that one settle down for a minute. What I wanted to show you guys, though, was two things. I went and picked up grain today. One for my blonde ale. I know I've talked about this before. This is going to be my first 11-gallon batch. This is a pretty simple recipe I made before, too, that I got off Homebrew Talk. And I really haven't tweaked it much other than dry hopping it. So the majority of the grain bill is a little over 80% two-row, and then it's got some Carapils, Crystal 10L, and then Victory malt. That's about all there is to it. So, and then it's got Centennial and Cascade hops in it. And then they used Nottingham, which I used on my first one, but then in my second batch I used American Ale 1056. And I thought it turned out really well and clean with that. So I'm just using the 1056 again. And I'm only using one packet. I did the calculations in Beersmith, and they basically said I needed a, right around 1.6, 1.7 liter starter, and that would be enough for the full fermentation. So what I think I'm going to do is probably, 24 to 30 hours ahead of time, I will go ahead and make a yeast starter, put it on my stir plate, and then, when I go to put it, I'm probably going to put it in just 2 6-gallon carboys, split it between the two, put 5 to 5.5 gallons in each, and then I will see how much is in the flask, and then I'll just divide that in half and pour half in one and half in the other. So hopefully that'll be fine. So, and you can see this beer is retaining its head pretty well. So let me give it a try. Ooh, wow, that definitely, I can definitely taste some vanilla in that. I'll give that another try in a second and go over it, but here's the big thing I went and got today. I got my beer results back from my competition. So now, I think I told you guys when I did this, I really rushed my recipe. Even though I thought my chocolate oatmeal stout turned out really nicely, especially kegged, I rushed the whole thing. I rushed the primary. I had planned on doing probably 3 weeks primary. I only did 8 days. I planned on doing 7 days on cacao nibs. I only did 4 days. And then I only had in the keg 4 days when I bottled them because I was in such a rush to get into this competition. They didn't actually fill up. They got a lot of entrants, so I could have actually waited a whole nother 2 weeks. I might have even been able to bottle condition it, but I rushed it. So anyhow, if I'm looking at this, I ended up getting a 74, which doesn't surprise me because if I look at some of the comments, well, which I'm not surprised, like someone said good aroma, balanced. Then it says should have a thicker head. Color is great though. Body should be thicker. Also, the head should be more pronounced. That was one person. Another person said a little undercarbed, small head. I got a lot of stuff like that, so which I knew because this beer really wasn't carved up well enough. I already knew that was going to be the case. So, other than that, it said good drinkable beer, cookie-like vanilla light roasted coffee, good aroma, balanced, nice light coffee / milk chocolate flavor. It did say it was a little too sweet on the palate. I didn't think so, but that's what they said. So I got a lot of good feedback on this. So I don't know that I'm going to change a whole lot on it. I'm going to, they gave me 2 of my bottles back, so I'm going to sample one of those again and then compare it to everything they said and maybe make some changes based on that. But I think the only change I decided to make was my original recipe. I've mentioned this before. I don't like a lot of coffee flavor in my stouts. A lot of people that make stouts, they make the coffee flavor super strong, and I don't like that. Mine just had a very small hint of coffee. And maybe the chocolate overpowered it a little bit. Maybe that's why. So I put 8 ounces of roasted barley in this. I think next time maybe I'll do 12. And then I'll brew it again the same way and see. But this time I'll let it ferment longer. I'll put it on the cacao nibs longer, that type of stuff. So enough of that, though. I'm very happy. I told them thank you for hosting the competition. It was their first annual. I'm definitely going to be entering this every year. Next time, I'm going to brew it well ahead of time. I'm going to bottle condition them. I'll make sure they're put in the bottles a month before entry, at least 3 to 4 weeks before entry. I'll do all this a lot more planned out to make sure I put in a beer that I put everything into. This one, I rushed everything. So to get a 74, I'm still very happy. So anyhow, enough on that. So let's try this again. All right, so I can definitely get some good malt flavor. I definitely get some like vanilla oak stuff off it. So Chester, you definitely made another good beer. And again, I appreciate it. I still get like a, I don't know what that is. That's kind of on the back of my throat. Maybe it's the vanilla oak or whatever flavor. Almost a little boozy, but I still think it's a very good beer. So you did a nice job. So my brew day, we have Halloween in my neighborhood this weekend, so we're probably going to be kind of busy this weekend. So I'm thinking maybe sometime next week. Sometime next week I'll knock it out because I still need to go get water. Make sure I have enough sanitizer. A lot of stuff like that. This is going to be my first 11-gallon batch, so I just got to make sure I've got everything, all my ducks in a row, and I'm ready to go on that. So anyhow, more than likely by my next Homebrew Wednesday, I don't know if I'll be done or not. Like today I went and picked up everything. So I picked up, I'm going to end up with, was it 14? Let's see, where is it? 17.4 pounds of grain. And the reason I chose this one over my chocolate oatmeal stout was for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to make sure I got my feedback back, which I did. Also, there's a huge price difference. This is 17.4 pounds of grain. My chocolate oatmeal stout is over 30. So you can just imagine that is such a massive difference. So I really think this one will be, this one's a lot simpler to brew, less ingredients. So a lot of less things to deal with and work with. So when I do this brew, I will make sure I take some video of it. Maybe not super detailed, but I'll definitely do some shots because I'm going to be doing different things as far as my hot liquor tank. I think I told you guys I was going to have to use my brew kettle to start with and all that kind of stuff. So I'll go over that some more on my brew day. But I'm already at like 18 or 19 minutes on this video. I didn't mean to make it so long. I just wanted to show the beer mail, talk about what I just bought as far as grains, and talk about my competition results. So other than that, thank you to all my subscribers. I'll stop talking, watch some of your videos, and I hope you guys have a good Wednesday. Cheers.